Yes, my precious, my precious. The Herbices. It's the third installment, the Herbices. Yes, in case you didn't realize, my really bad Smeagol impression, I'm hoping it's usually good. I worked on it all year. But yes, I'm just kidding. We were going over The Hobbit. Yes, and in case you didn't hear that, it was the third and final installment of this franchise, of this beautiful, beautiful fantasy franchise. Now, in my opinion, it was the better of the three. Now, I know a lot of people are going to deny that and say the second one was more better. It was better, but whatever. I enjoyed the third one, and because it left you with so much to deal with. Now, the thing is with the third one is that Peter Jackson tried to extend the story. Now, keep in mind, this is one book spawning into three movies. Now, the book was set up in a specific way. There are certain in case you haven't, if you've never seen the my first two reviews on the previous two movies of the Hobbit franchise, I'd say go check it out. And I will tell you now that he tends to take certain parts of the book, some main points, some not so main points, and it's basically sporadic them out with his little bits, with his own little bits and pieces, because he has different characters that aren't in the book. He has different things that go on that aren't in the book that he puts in, and he also embellishes a few things as well, that some things that did happen, and he'll just take it and just go like berserk with it. I did like how they did Smog. Sort of. He was only in the beginning, like the first 5 minutes or so, and then, spoiler alert, they actually killed him. Within the first 5 minutes. I really wish that was more sporadic throughout the movie. Maybe like the first 45 minutes instead, or maybe like within the first hour. I would enjoy that a little bit more. It basically picks up right from where you left off from its predecessor, which is actually really good. I actually enjoyed that. Now, keep in mind, I saw this movie through a marathon. The movie theater that I went to had a franchise marathon of The Hobbit, and you basically sat there for about like 10 hours, uh, or maybe seven, to actually go through it fluently, and I enjoyed the fluency to this third one immensely, and I liked it a lot. Um, what I didn't like was there were a couple, like, again, the characters. They could have used a little bit more development. Some of them, not all of them. You can't really beat out Martin Freeman as as Bilbo. I mean, he's just fantastic. He gives that character so much pride, and so much. He gives it so much emotion for that character. You can just tell that he had real fun with that role. I was actually very interested and very intrigued in how they showed certain scenes from the book, as well as their own creations, as I've mentioned before. If you don't know, a good solid portion wasn't solid portion wasn't part of the book. Like Turiel, Evangeline Lilly's character. I was very interested to see on how they're planning to kill Smog, like I just told you in the and also the battle of the actual five armies themselves, itself, and it ended up being a lot more entertaining than the other two. It's kind of like the Lord of the Rings franchise as well. It could. I get it though. See, the thing is, if you look at movies, if you look at a franchise, look at it individually. The first one is the introduction. Okay, it's going to be a little bit boring. It's going to be a little standoffish. It's there to help you build characters. It's help you to build the story. The second one is there to give you action, to give you maybe more information on the bad guy. Maybe the bad guy does something that has a chain reaction of something, and then you have the aftermath. The more of the action, the 90% of the action, the build to the ending, which is what I love. The climax, basically from the end of the second to the rest of the third it's the middle of the third is the climax, and it was such a fun ride, this movie. I actually really enjoyed it. It was, like I said, it was very entertaining than the other two. Like I said, it had way more. It had a better action dialogue ratio, which if you don't know by now, I enjoyed a lot more than I should because I'm a dude. I honestly do think you guys should. I'm definitely going to recommend this film, of course, because I'm a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings franchise. I'm a huge fan of the Hobbit franchise. I love Smeagol. I would say if you're definitely a big fan of fantasy and of the franchises, I should say, check it out. And if you want to do the greatest, and I mean the greatest and obviously the longest marathon known to man, um, watch all 6 movies from The Hobbit, A New Beginning to the Defying Chapter in this one. It is utterly fantastic. My friend did it. He told me it was insane. I had to check it out for myself, and let's just say I didn't get a lot of sleep. Then again, I don't even know what sleep is half the time anyway. So go check this film out. Also check out our next adventure because I believe we're going to go into Rob Williams' last film. Unfortunately, he passed away. And it's going to be Night at the Museum 3, another franchise closing chapter. So stay tuned for that. Bye!